Hey guys, welcome back to Creative Adventures. I'm working on a cookie order today and it's for a birthday, and I thought it would be fun to do kind of a mystery video. As usual, I've already got my icing colors mixed up and I've already got my cookies baked, and I thought it would be fun to let you guys try to guess what I'm going to be decorating based on my color palette. I have a feeling I know what you might guess, but I'm almost positive you're gonna be wrong. So let me show you what I've got, and I will let you guess. Stay tuned to the end of the video and you'll get to see what the actual final product is. So my first color is ivory. It's not straight white, it actually is ivory. It may not look like it on camera, but I used a tiny touch of Americolor ivory to make it just kind of an off-white color. So that's my first one. That's a 20-second icing, by the way. And my second color is, it probably looks exactly the same to you, but it is a very, very light shade of pink. And for that I used just another dab of ivory, but I also used a tiny, tiny bit of Americolor deep pink for this. So let me hold these up side by side and see if you can see the difference. They really are different, I promise. My next color, also a 20-second icing, is bright red, and this has a dab of ivory in it, and I also used equal parts of tulip red and super red to make that color, and quite a bit of it too. My fourth color is kind of a cross between an avocado and a moss green, and I used a whole bunch of colors to make this. So one way to make a really pretty moss green is quite a bit of lemon yellow with a very tiny amount of violet. Yes, yellow and violet will make a very pretty moss green color. So I started out with that. Then I decided that I wanted a little deeper and a little brighter, so I added more of the lemon yellow, and then I added a touch of leaf green, which is that color, and then also a touch of super black to deepen it. So these four colors, mostly lemon yellow, is what made this really pretty green. And this is piping consistency, and I also have flood consistency for this one. And then my final color is just black, and I do have piping and flood for that as well, and that was just a whole bunch of Americolor super black. Alright, so any ideas yet on what I'm making? I'll give you a hint, it's not flowers. So let me get all of my icing colors put away and get my desk cleaned up, my camera resituated, and we will start decorating these cookies. Alright, got my camera all turned around and I'm ready to get started. So first I want to say, I know in a previous video I said that I usually draw my designs out on paper beforehand and I know exactly what I'm going to do. I didn't do that this time. I'm actually going to wing this. I have some ideas of what I want to do, and this is just one of those times I'm going to have to let it work itself out on the cookie. So I'm not going to talk through most of this video. I'm actually going to turn some Sopranos on in the background and watch TV while I'm doing this, and we'll catch back up with you when we have the finished product at the end. So let's get started. Alright, so I think I'm happy with this set. I'm gonna clean up my mess and then we will come back and look at all of the finished cookies. And here's the final set of cookies. I'm gonna guess that this is totally not what you were expecting when I showed you a color palette of pink and red and cream and a pretty moss green color and a little black. I'm gonna guess that you were thinking floral. Not floral, not even in the slightest. This may be one of the most hilarious and fun set of cookies I've ever done. I love them so much because this is totally the kind of thing I would get into for my birthday. My husband and I are very into, you know, horror and Halloween and anything spooky and creepy and gory, and I just absolutely love it. So yeah, even though I decided to just wing it with these cookies, I'm really happy with how they turned out. I knew in my head what I wanted. I wasn't entirely sure how to get there, but it worked out. I'm actually like really happy with how these brain cake cookies turned out. I just think these are absolutely hilarious. The painting on these cookies, I think, did a lot of service to this set just because it brought out a lot of detail that I don't do in a lot of my cookie sets. Obviously I also painted a lot on the zombies. So yeah, and then just I used some ivory food coloring diluted with a little vodka, sometimes with water. I was kind of going back and forth between the two to give these cookies kind of an aged effect. And I used that same technique on these. And I'm not sure if I caught this on video because my battery died at one point and my camera stopped running at one point, but to get the splatter effect, I literally was just picking up straight food coloring on a paintbrush and using my finger to flick it through, which is why I have a red finger now, because I was flicking my finger through the paintbrush. So that's how I got the splatter effect on these cookies. But yeah, I'm so happy with how this set turned out. Like, I think these are hilarious and I just love them so much. I love them. Love them, love them, love them. So I'll get a few good shots of these before I get them sent on their way to their final destination, and I'll pop those up at the end of the video. As always, if you enjoyed watching this, please like and subscribe and share, and if you have any suggestions for future videos or want to know about any of my techniques, just leave me a comment down below and I'd love to hear from you. So we'll see you next time on Creative Adventures.